Good morning, everyone. Uh, I'm your new biology teacher, Mrs. Meenu Agrawal. So today I'm going to introduce you with the class 12th. So it's an introductory session for class 12 for biology class. So uh, in class 11th, whatever you have studied, especially it deals with the core concept. Look here, it is dealing with the core concepts of biology of class this 11 deals with, whereas class 12th topics are basically based on those basic concepts which you have read in class 11th. So see, CBSE board takes 11th and 12th as an integrated topic. So all of you have to focus on your 11th as very carefully when you are in 11th and then in 12th, because I will be integrating with those concepts of 11th and 12th from time to time as we are going to study these topics. Okay, so it's an integrated kind of syllabus. Fine. Now, for to do better in class 12th, all of you please revise your unit class, that is unit 3 of class 11th. That is very basic chapter, that is cell cycle and your biomolecules, on which most of the things, major of the concepts are based on in class 12th. So without that, it will be very difficult for you to get these topics. Okay, now your focus should be only your NCRT. You have to read your NCRT as much as you can. Fine. Now, first of all, what you have to do, go to your this site cbscnic.in, go to student section and download syllabus of 2019-20 of your respective subject. Okay, and then visit to the site of ncrtnic.in, go to NCRT books, download entire book of biology of class 12. Fine. And always feel free to ask questions, get your doubts clarified, and be regular with your assignment. And read your NCRT regularly. So, in the next class, we will start with our first unit, that is reproduction. But before that, I would like all of you to go and revise unit 3 of class 11. Thank you. Hello, my dear students. Now, already I hope you people must have downloaded your book. So, I'm going to begin with the first chapter, that is your reproduction in organisms. Okay. Now, see, let's break this down. Re means what? Again. Production means, reproduction means to produce. Same thing is being produced again and again is a reproduction. So how will you define reproduction? It's a biological process. It's reproduction is what? It is a biological process in which organisms gives rise to organisms of its own kind or similar organism, you can even say. Okay, so it's a biological process, first of all, in which organisms gives rise to organism of its own kind. Fine. So that is how you are going to define reproduction. Now, is reproduction important for an individual? Can one live without reproducing also? One can. Fine. So why is reproduction then needed? Why? This is a very basic question that we can ask, why organisms need to reproduce. So organisms need to reproduce for what? For continuity of the species. If organisms they don't reproduce, then what is going to happen? That species will be wiped out. Okay, it won't exist anymore. Now, you have read in class 11th about classification chapter. So, you are aware of the diversity of various kinds of organisms that live on earth, isn't it? Now, if you look at the lifespan, what is lifespan? How are you going to define this? Lifespan. What is lifespan? It is a period. What is lifespan? It's a period. From birth to natural death of organisms. So that is called as what? Lifespan. It's a period from birth to natural death. So different organisms have got a different lifespan. Some have a lifespan of hours like bacteria. Some have lifespan of a week. Some have a lifespan of years, many years. So in your NCERT book, you can see that there is a picture given of various organisms and is asking you to find out their lifespan. So go Google it and find out the lifespan of these various organisms, and really you will be amazed to find out how the lifespan varies from organism to organisms. Now coming back to reproduction, all of you have read in your previous classes that we can divide reproduction into two major types. What are those? That is your sexual and asexual reproduction. Okay, so what is the difference between the two, sexual and asexual? Let's see. What is sexual? In which you need what? Two parents of opposite sex is required. And what else is required here? There is what? Involvement of gametes, or you can say fusion of gametes takes place in case of sexual reproduction, whereas in case of asexual, what is happening in case of asexual reproduction? Single parent is required, isn't it? And there is no involvement of gametes. Isn't it? And various organisms. And another one major important difference that you can state also here is that they are identical. Or rather you can say they are exact copies of each other. Okay. So here they are what? They are identical or exact copies, replica copies of themselves, isn't it? And because there is no variation in the genetic material as such. But in case of sexual reproduction, what do you find? They are not exact or identical copies. They are similar. Rather, word with that you can say they are what? Similar. But not exact replica of one another. Okay. So now first we are going to focus on this asexual reproduction. So let's see